How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar, and shortly the Astonishing Melanie will be here to join me. And today is the last live stream of the year. But worry not, we're only 7 days away from the next live stream, which is next Saturday. How's everybody doing? Okay, so it is New Year's Eve here in the state of Kentucky where it's raining, but at least we got about 60 degrees. So it's a little warmer than it was last weekend. My goodness. But yeah, some of you all are from the future. Because some of you all, it's already 2023. How's the future, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Humanity still around? Are we walking around in giant robot suits? People want to know. I want to know. So yeah, how's everybody doing? This is great. Thank you all so much for joining us. Happy end of year. A couple of days left before MagFest. You are crazy. It's one big event after another. We're actually hosting a New Year's Eve party tonight. So I don't know what I'm doing here. And yes, this week has been crazy. Like I love doing these top 10 lists, top 10 reads that I had or collected editions, and then working together with the YouTube community. That was wonderful. And then, of course, the big video, which is the upcoming collected editions for January. So again, apologies if you watched that. That is a little audio feedback because I was tired, guys, and I forgot to plug something in, and a little feedback, but then it eventually went away. So apologies for that. But this is this is it. This is the last hurrah. This ends the celebration of the last week of the year, and I just want to take this time to thank everybody for being here. I love every single one of you all. Like, thank you so much for making this channel what it is today. And I hope that, you had a chance to go and check out other people's channels. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of work to edit and put together, but it was a lot of fun to put together. I was so tired I didn't even notice the audio issues until I checked out the comments. Well, thank you for that. Like I said, eventually it fixes itself. So yes, I do have one video coming out tomorrow, and that is my top 10 books that recommended reads for the month of January that are coming out in January. So people have suggested, like, why don't you do a top 10, like Marvel Omnibus that came out in 2022, DC Omnibus, and I thought that was a really good idea if I had enough time, because there were a lot of books that were coming out. So what I may do is actually do that like the first couple of weeks in January. I'll do like my top 10, since a lot of people have been wanting to see that. And then, of course, what I love to do is my favorite books that are coming out this year, the books that I'm looking forward to the most in 2023. And let me tell you, there are some amazing just projects that people are working on. I'm really excited to see how some of these Kickstarters end up, or crowdsource funding that end up doing, to see what the final product looks like. I've seen a lot of pictures of the Power Rangers box set. My goodness, that is so beautiful. Omar needs to do, I can do that. Well, okay, if we're talking classic Valiant, I got you. If we're talking new Valiant, not so much. What's up, Omar? Where's Melanie? She is getting ready. Yeah, so we're hosting a New Year's Eve bash tonight. And yeah, got to make sure the house is all clean and all that. But yeah, Conan reprints for next year, dude. They're coming. Omni Maddie's Vault. What is this? Top 10 in the middle of reads of 2022. No one has done that yet. Or what we've read so far. Yeah, that would be fun. I thought about that. And honestly, a lot of people were so positive in the comments about getting all these different content creators on. I may do that. I'll definitely do it again next year, but I may do something in the middle of the year too, because I love putting the spotlight on people. And that's one thing, by the way. I saw some comments that were like, hey, where's so-and-so and so-and-so? We did try to reach out to people, like a lot of people, but I also wanted to focus and put the spotlight on people that don't have that many subscribers, that don't, having people, like, I would love to have Sal on here, from Comics Pop, and then people mention Jim Mint, but those people have like over 100,000 subscribers. There are people that are just now starting out, or people that are trying to find that one video that makes their channel stand out. And that's what I'm trying to do. I was trying to help out because I know what it was like. I know what it was like to feel like nobody's watching your thing. So I definitely wanted to spotlight those type of channels. So that's why you didn't see big channels on here. I wanted to showcase the lesser known channels, or channels you may be aware of, but others aren't. So yeah. That's what I want to do, man. I want to pay it forward. I mean, what's the point of all this if I can't share the love? What's up, everyone? Happy New Year. About 13 hours early here. That's what I thought. What's up, Chris? How are you, my brother? It's a rainy day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just finished my comic book reading challenge with 2,000 comic books this year. What is one book you can't wait to read in 2023? Ooh, there's several. The one that comes to mind is The Ballad of Halo Jones. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to go back to Judge Dredd and start working on those videos. But there are events that I didn't get to read, or I've only read the main event, like in trade paperback format. So I am kind of excited for things like the Death Metal, not Death Metal, I'm sorry, just DC Metal, the Omnibus. That I finally get to read that in its entirety. So those are the kind of books I'm excited for, or some events that are coming out in Omnibus format, or some books that I've never read from either Marvel or DC or independent books. Top 10 gimmicky covers. I love that. I'm so confused. When is the Spider-Verse Spider-Venom Omnibus coming out? Any update on that? It looks like it's been pushed back until February, I believe. It's the last I saw the update. I don't know why. I got the Spider-Man Beyond Omnibus already, and I've seen people ask me about that, and that one's due out in April, but I don't know. Some things may have shifted. Omar, what is your most wanted Spider-Man Omni, most wanted Wonder Woman Omni, most wanted Superman? Wow, look at all these questions. How about I'll answer one of those, and that is the Spider-Man is easy. That one for me is the Spectacular Era by J.M. DeMatteis, and I have a feeling we'll eventually get that. But there's also the big missing gap of David Michelinie and Mark Bagley. That would really fill that gap in between the Amazing Spider-Man versus Venom, Spider-Man versus Venom, and the Clone Saga Volume 1. So Wonder Woman, William Messner-Loebs, Superman, come on, man, Man of Steel, John Byrne, X-Men. Honestly, I'm kind of with a lot of people. Since we're getting 5 next year, I kind of want that Road to Onslaught type of book. BJ Kicks is starting a new comic book channel in 2023. Comics are cool. Looking forward to his new channel. Awesome, man. He's a good dude. I love that dude. Just wanted to send y'all some love. Great videos this past week. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Haven't been here for a while. What's up, man? Sorry for asking again. Are the Spider-Girl CCs canceled? I think they're going to be rebranded. I don't know if they're. I think this is where they stop for right now. So I think eventually we will see them in some kind of collection. That video definitely was one of the coolest things I've seen in comics channels do in the name of the community. Oh, thank you, man. That means a lot. Have you read Venom by Rick Remender? Yes, I have. I'm going to start that alongside Bendis' Daredevil. Good journey, man. It's a lot of fun. It's not as long as I wanted it to be, though. But neither was his Punisher run. I wish he'd have stuck around a little longer. Is there some Omnis in 2023 that you can't wait to announce? Yeah, some that move towards the end of the year that I hope come out, that I hope don't get delayed. Picked up a copy of Last God by Philly Kennedy Johnson last week, in the middle of reading it right now. It's so good. Yeah, that was in my top 10 last year, top 10 reads last year. It was so good. Hey, Omar, thanks for putting together that end of the year community video. Loved all the recommendations and seeing all the new faces in the community. Thank you, my brother, for being a part of that. Top 10, page 15s, and flop. What does that even mean? What is that? Usagi Yojimbo? I don't know about the deluxes. Right now, they were saying no when I did ask them. But things can change. Rucka was a good one. Rucka's a good one. But I want that William Messner-Loebs, because William Messner-Loebs will bridge that gap in between the George Paytas run and, well, I guess John Byrne's run wasn't really collected in omnibus format, but we did get 2 hardcovers out of it. You're hyped for the Spider-Man versus Venom omnibus. Yes, being reprinted right there. I believe that one is in March now. Can't wait to see the 2099 universe in omnibus format. Dude, me neither. I want to see more. Did the Bronze Age Swamp Thing standard size hardcovers go out of print? I got the Len Wein Absolute, but needed the story. I know there are soft covers that are still available. I think the hardcovers are now out of print. You could still get the Bronze Age Swamp Thing that doesn't include those issues. Hey, Omar, Happy New Year to you and your lovely family. Birthright Deluxe review coming, bro? Yes. Sometime soon, actually. Beyond? No way. Beyond can't get June 6th? Why? I just got it. I usually get books. I don't know. It's a little bit of a mess. I usually get books about a month before they're due out. But like I didn't get Spider-Man by Nick Spencer. So I don't know what's going on with that. But that one is coming out. Is there an Eric Larson Spider-Man collection? Yes, there's an omnibus, and there's also a trade paperback. Michelini and Bagley would need 2 omnis to slip. No, I say they skip the crossover. That's why I said they Spider-Man versus Venom is still needed, because that is the only place that you can get the entirety of the crossover. And I say what they do is they do the same thing that they did with X-Men Jim Lee 1 and 2. They skip Extinction Agenda and they skip Days of Future Present. That way you can have it all in one omnibus. It'll be a thick boy, but you can do it. And I don't know if there's enough demand to actually make it 2 omnis before people are like, well, you know what? I take it back. You all have proven me wrong, because those Clone Saga omnis sold out, and never mind. Forget I just said that. Sure, make it 2. Do all Marvel omnis have letter pages? No, sir. The ones that have letter pages are usually like the Silver Age, or the volumes 1, volume 2, volume 3 of that certain era. When you get into, for example, Wolverine doesn't have letter pages, which is a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. Maybe when they rebrand them later on in the future, or like X Factor by Peter David, those don't have letter pages. It would be really cool. Mike Carey's X-Men. That's one of my most underrated. Him and Kieran Gillen's. Omar, is there a Jason Aaron Thor Omnibus Volume 2? It would be War of the Realms. I would say you would need War of the Realms. Yeah, War of the Realms, and then the remaining run of his Thor and King Thor. Thank you so much, Mega Shrimser, for the super chat, my brother. Just dropped by to wish you and Melanie a happy new 2023. I'm getting ready for a New Year's too. It's 5 p.m. here. Thanks for all you do for comic fandom, and make 2023 be even more successful for you. Thank you so much, my brother. Seriously. I'm a third of the way through the Sleeper Omnibus because of you, and it's just so good. Thank you for the recommendation. You're welcome, man. I'm so glad you're enjoying it, my brother. What's going on, Zach? How are you doing, dude? Yeah, Sleeper is one of my favorites. It's honestly one of the early works between Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, and you see where they can go from there. Now that Fantastic Four Heroes Return Complete Collection Volume 4 is out, and up to the Wade and Ringo run, may we possibly see the long-awaited it's the only one that we need, right? Because we have Avengers, Heroes Return, or Heroes Reborn. No, Heroes Return. Thor, Heroes Return. Heck, we even have the relaunch of Spider-Man. Well, we got the John Byrne stuff. Yeah, it's the only one we need, because Iron Man also has a Heroes Return. I would love that. Do top 10 lists of 2022. What's going on, Tommy? How are you, brother? Hey, Bad Wolf Comics. Good morning, Omar. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for including all of us lesser-known channels in the best reads video. I got a decent boost in subs. Excited for the future collabs. Count me in. You're more than welcome, my brother. Lesser known channels. I was trying to word it in a way that's not like small channels or anything, because there's nothing. I don't want to demean anybody's channel, because the size of your channel doesn't mean that you're not successful or putting out quality content. There are a lot of big channels that, no, you know what? I'm just going to keep quiet. 2023 is the year of the Nth Man collection. My dude knows what I want. My dude knows what I want. No Stop Rain over here in the UK. Enjoyed watching your channel this year. Great reviews. Happy New Year for 2023 to you and everyone else watching. Thank you, my brother. What was the omnibus Marvel put out that made you scratch your head and wonder why? I think the 1960s collections, but the number ones, both Marvel and DC did a collection of number ones, like 90s, like a bunch of number ones, like Darkhawk number 1, and 80s number ones. So it's just the first issue of a bunch of series, and DC did the same thing with the New 52. And I always thought, I don't know if I like that, because sometimes it gets, need to be about 6 issues in before you actually get to enjoy the story. So putting a first issue of a comic doesn't really hook a lot of people. So, those are some of the ones that I can think off the top of my head that I was like, well, I mean, I'm assuming somebody wants these. Are there any sword and sorcery comics or manga you would suggest? I have a list that I actually wrote down that I was going to make a video on, but there's an IDW. It's owned by IDW now. The oh my goodness, what is it called? The Wizards. It's in my. If you go back and watch my top 10 favorite IDW books, it's in there. It's The Wizard's Apprentice. It's a beautiful book, beautiful, like missed by everybody. 48 days until Ant-Man and Wasp. Yeah, Amanda and I are very excited. Can't wait to talk about those comic book movies this year. Have you ever considered opening up a comic book store? It seems like you already have well stocked. You know, I always joked about this, that I said, my buddy Dan and I, we talked about this when we were in our 20s. The goal is that's going to be our retirement, which is weird. Because I think most people will probably tell you that own a comic book store. Nobody goes and opens up a comic book store to get rich, right? Or if they do, it's always the case of like, we made $1 million this year. Well, how do you make $1 million your first year of business? You spend $2 million. So you have to have a budget to do it. But it's one of those things that's like, okay, yeah, I kind of want to open up a store, maybe a comic book / toy store. And that will be my retirement to my last days. Maybe still doing this. That would be awesome. It's weird that we haven't heard anything about Daredevil Brubaker Omnibus Volume 2 and Avengers by Busiek and Perez. Brubaker Omnibus Volume 2 was, I think that was in our top 20 last year. Avengers and Perez Volume 2, I don't think that was on our top 20 most wanted reprints. Are you familiar with the Italian writer artist Serpiti? No, I am not. Omar, any chance of getting a reprint on that Batman Omnibus by Neil Adams? And I'm sure they will, but they don't make a big deal about it. Like it's all. Oh, thank you for bringing that back. And I forgot to wear that.
So making a bagel. I'll have to go back upstairs.
Okay.
Let me poke you in the cheek.
Thank you.
Let me poke you. Oh my gosh!
The Larson Michelini Spider-Man Omnibus was in the top 25 reprint list. Yes, but they're still working on the top 20. Oh my goodness, okay. I got a lot of catching up to do.
Right. Oh, okay. Wait. And here's a present from Lydia.
Lydia made me a hot rod.
So let's put it.
Yeah, let's push back my X-Men books.
Okay, there you go. Right. I'll be right back.
If Marvel Remasterworks are successful, do you think DC will bring back the archive editions and make a new line to complete? I'll be honest, I don't know how much DC looks at Marvel these days. You know, for a while we saw DC taking the facsimile editions, archive editions, the showcase books, omnibus editions. The one thing they did have was the absolute editions that I wish Marvel had adapted. So I don't know if they have the time now to actually keep an eye on what's working for another company. Maybe when they get restructured. Worst handled reprint of the year, Descender and Spawn by Image. Are they coming? Sure, but more than 5 copies? Probably not. The way that those are handled are so bad because they're not officially solicited. The final cutoff date, anybody that owns a comic book store or owns a retail store here knows that the final cutoff sometimes is like 2 weeks before the book comes out. So how do you tell your audience? Because you don't want to put something out there as a placeholder. These books are coming, because you do that, that's just going to end up breaking a lot of hearts later down the road because the books don't actually come out. Now, Spawn, I will say, Spawn, Diamond did ship out volumes 2, 3, and 4 of the deluxe editions, the slipcase editions. So those are going right now to retailers. I don't know when they'll get them. Volume 5, who knows? Volume 1, I have no idea. I can't even get a straight answer out of Diamond or McFarlane Productions. But that big thank you to Jim for letting me know about those. Good to see you, my dude. How are you doing, Nikolai? Comic check. What's everyone reading? Got a lot of finishing out Conan right now. Volume 10. Will you do us an overview of the Sleeper Omnibus? Yes, this week. History of the Marvel Universe. Oh my gosh, I love that book. Did you get the Treasury edition? Is there any more September announcements? No, but remember, much like the Avengers, sometimes they'll just put them in there. With Marvel constantly bringing out all their events and bigger crossovers in omnibus format, why do you think we haven't seen a Civil War omnibus yet? Because when asked to choose which one would do better, I said House of M. Now, at the end of the day, it was up to Marvel to decide what to print. That's all I know about that. But I'm sure that will come, man. Happy and healthy new. What's up, Joe? How are you, my brother? Looking forward to the Omnis, Absolutes, and Epic collections in 2023. Me too, my dude. Watching from the Philippines. What's going on, Jordan? Bueno. The Who's Who Volume 2 has a glitch. No Peter Cannon entry, but Peter Cannon supporting cast. Get one, but it's listed on the index. I didn't even notice. The one that freaked me out was seeing Rom in the Marvel handbook. That's the one that I was like, in my video, I never even pointed out just in case it's a mistake. They want to get anybody in trouble, so I just go over it. But Rom made it in there. That one was cool. Wizard's Tale. Thank you so much. That's what it's called. Love that book. Rohan, you're amazing. You have a cool name too. Omar, Spidey versus Venom 2 Omni reprint already out? No, that comes out in March. It's just my review copy. I usually get them about a month or so before the books come out. Will Secret Wars 2015 get an omnibus? There's enough material for sure to get one. Absolutely. Good morning, Omar. Great to be here again. Did you have a good holiday? Any sweet presents? I got this world's best dad pin from my daughter and that hot rod little perler bead from my other daughter. Those are my best presents. And this little statue right here, my brother got me, which is in honor of my little Nikita. She was my puppy. She was my baby. And she passed away a couple of years ago. Any chance of an Ultimate Fantastic Four omnibus? Yeah, absolutely. Those Ultimate books are selling great. So you all are doing your job as far as pre-ordering them and letting Marvel know that, hey, there's a huge interest in this. And we want more. So I think those will come.
Did you get the super chat?
It just showed up.
Oh.
Melanie approaches. Yes, Melanie. This might be the first time you showed up. And then, yeah, this is when you showed up. I'm still catching up. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is Best Dad Ever. And Alicia bought it from school with the, like, you give them money and they go through the Penguin
It's adorable.
store. Well,
do you know if there will be an Old Man Logan omnibus at some point? I'm sure there will be. There's enough material for 2 omnis. You have, if you throw in the Old Man Logan stuff from Mark Miller, and there's some double dipping if you don't have the Wolverine by Mark Miller omnibus. If you throw that in there with Jeff Lemire and Brian Michael Bendis's like first part of Old Man Logan, and then do the Ed Brisson and Dead Man Logan, yeah, there's enough for 2.
thank you, guys.
Yeah, Omnibo's living in the future. He is in Australia,
right?
so
Thank you for saying hi. And let's get Bert super chat. Thank you so much, Bert. And I've got new gifts.
oh boy, here we go.
Here is a Bart gift. How did I say it like that?
Did you say a
what's
Bart
he say?
gift?
You can read comics with us.
Oh, this is when he's talking to Millhouse's girlfriend. So he picks out a girly comic for her.
Like Barbie or something like
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay. Long holidays are nice. Imagine if someone made a Batman arc where the plot and crime centered around calendar holidays.
Nice.
Hopefully someone writes one. I know, right? That would be a great idea. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, they know it. Whoa. I'm not able to click a mouse this morning.
I did see Bart
Had to eat
earlier, but she might be out celebrating.
Malibu
Stacy
Stacy
comic book, maybe. That's what it is.
Bart for Bird. Yeah, there you go. I totally did that on purpose.
Yeah, totally. I'm reading Winds of Numasera. It's Radu.
There you go.
A few weeks ago, but I didn't have time to read it. Omar's top 10 video made me jump on it on top of my to be read list. It's so good. I loved it. Did you announce Blade the early years? Curious on the contents. I haven't announced it. I don't know what you're talking about. Good morning to all, and good morn. Like that.
Kyle's currently in a rehab center recovering from an open heart surgery, trying to stave off boredom. Oh man.
Brother,
I hope you're recovering quickly though.
Yeah. I have a good stack of comics with you. That's not that this is anywhere near what you're going through, my brother, but I was in a hospital bed with appendicitis in Peru. It's a free children's clinic, and I was there for like 2 or 3 days. So that's when I got big into comics. My uncle said and does a care package with a bunch of American comics, and I got huge into that because of. So get yourself a nice recovery, man. Hope you get better. And people
Doug Sahoy is watching Simpsons currently.
Oh, nice.
Omar, would David Gabriel consider a Kickstarter to get the Omnibus created in 2023?
No. Whoa, what's up, dude? We're running. I quote that all the time. How are you, man? It's so good to see you, brother. We're running on a board license plates. Repeat, running on a board license plates. Oh my gosh. And when Bart's reading the things and he's like, bored? Name's a kid, Bort. And the mom is like, excuse me, are you talking to my son? And the guy's like, ma'am, did I hear you ask me? My name is Bort. And she's like, my son's name is also Bort. That whole scene is brilliant because then the joke comes back later over the intercom. We're all out of Bort license plates. It's Brian from Shihan is Dead Comics. Good to see you and your chula, hermano. Good to see you, mi hermano. How was your New Year's Eve? Top 5 Batman comics. I've actually done a top 15 Riverman 30. That's a video that I did. All available in collected editions. In case you missed it, Omar said he wanted to open up his own comic book shop just to sell. No, that's not what I said. I said my retirement would be to open up my.
Start playing the video on my phone.
Did you hit that like button?
And a like.
Did you hit that like button? Don't forget to hit that like button.
Jigs.
There you go.
That's you can't talk. Oh.
That's my lady. That's my lady.
Let's see. I have to run before but before I go, I just want to wish you guys a very happy New Year. Thank you, Eduardo.
Thank you, my brother.
Who are you meeting there?
Somebody with an ass. Is that somebody with an NASA shirt? Is that an astronaut? Well,
yes,
I don't know if
an astronaut.
You can meet astronauts.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I meant,
conventions.
but he's got a comic in a backpack. He's at a convention. He's at a comic convention.
I hope that is a astronaut at a comic convention that just happened to run into Eduardo.
Let's see. So, Partworks Comics Reader had everything from your best of Batman except Go Insane.
Oh gosh, what an underrated story! It's so face. I'm
so sorry.
Wait, that wasn't him though.
Oh,
I jumped the gun too early. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, I bet that's awesome. Oh, I'd love to meet an astronaut.
And the reason I jumped, I just started saying face, by the way, it's not because I don't love my wife and I love being right. It's because I'm only right 3 times a year, and that was one of the times I was right.
Oh, whatever. I correct you, and usually,
every day.
Like 1/4 the time.
I'm on a live stream, and my wife's correcting me. She's like, I'm not even watching, but I know you're saying something stupid and you're wrong. So this is the right thing to say. Y'all are the best. Happy New Year. Happy y'all been reading the Detective Comics from Mariko Tamaki. Have you? No, you read the Chip Zdarsky stuff, which I need to get back to.
Yeah, Jinx. That's what I was going to say.
Well, that stuff's coming now out in hardcover format.
Any news on the Dark Horse Deluxe Edition?
Nothing yet, but as soon as I find out, I can't say a word because they have to
get it.
Okay, they'll have to make an announcement unless they want me to take part of that. Graphic novel recommendations to keep me occupied here while you're in the hospital bed. Why did I go with Runaways? Why the Last Man? I just went with Brian K. Vaughan. There's a lot of good ones. I did a video on top 10. Oh, Kyle,
I'm not cutting you off.
I was telling Kyle to read.
Call somebody else.
Kyle, go read All Star Superman. That's an excellent read. It's all in one. You don't need to read anything after that. And okay, so let's do that. Let's go through some like one-offs. No, Monster's too dark. You want something happy.
Chris Zimmerman is suggesting Saga.
Saga's excellent. Yeah.
And also, you're right. It's your channel. That's true.
Whatever you decide, you're right. Okay. Hey, I appreciate that.
Brett.
Javier. I wish we could see that. Oh, here. Actually, I know how to see that. We just go here and here. And now we can see things. Maybe.
Okay. Nope.
No, we
There's still
cannot.
boxes.
I can't see that.
Boxes.
Brad, I
You
can't see.
skipped
What did
my
you
other
ask?
comment. You skipped my other comment.
Okay.
Boxes.
All I see is boxes. I think YouTube is censoring you. I don't know why. You skipped my other comment.
That's what I just read.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was trying to get to see what they wanted. They really want your comment. What is your favorite Predator film, Omar and Melanie? Yeah, Melanie. What's your favorite Predator film?
The first.
That's a good answer.
Is it the first? Usually? No, Terminator
first
2.
one is
Terminator 2 is better than Terminator.
correct. Aliens is better than Alien to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that still love the original Alien. I like Predator. I am honestly a fan of Predator too. Why is Brett's comment?
Wait, never mind.
What? Brett, I don't know what it's doing. Are you?
Wait, never mind.
Like for a minute, I thought I was going crazy, and I'm like, can I not read part of this?
White boxes.
Will DC finally do an Alan Moore Swamp Thing or some Rebirth Omnis with Tom King's Batman, Tom Taylor? Yes, and I think when we get Alan Moore Swamp Thing, the big question is, will it have the new colors, or will it have the apps, or will it have the classic cover colors? I want to say we will have the new colors because that's what they did with the Sandman Omnis. We had the absolutes with the new colors, so you can't even get the original colors anymore unless you get the Rainbow Collection, which is what we showed in our video.
Why are there so
Hey guys,
many
hope you're doing well and happy holidays. Happy holidays to you.
rainbows?
Predator 2 power. That's right. I hate Venom.
Okay.
That's YouTube is blocking the fact that you hate Venom. I'm so sorry. I don't know why.
Wait, did you answer what's your first? Your favorite Predator?
Predator.
Oh, okay.
Prey is really good. If you all haven't seen Prey, it is excellent. It was really good. Lydia and I both really enjoyed that one.
This is Starscream at Comedy Night. Royal Starscream, coronated Starscream with I never can Galvatron, but I never can remember his name. Cyclonus booing him because this is bad comedy. Get it? Oh, you can't see me. We
not me. They should get it. Of course, I get it.
I'm winking at them.
I bought you the shirt.
Let's see. Craig says Alien is better than Aliens.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are like that. Yeah, that's okay.
The answer is yes. True graphic novel
yes.
from 1989.
Yes, it's so good. Oh, and the artwork by Jimenez is wonderful. Venom just ate Deadpool. All right, Brett is having... I don't know how Brett is doing this magical thing. I read Knights of Pendragon Omnibus. Some of the pages seem to be out of order in the last issue. No, I think it's because they didn't collect everything in those last issues, and it was finished. It got canceled. So they gave you like the plot outline because I remember being confused too. So I had to research it. Apparently it got canceled. It was supposed to be, they had it plot outlined up to like issue 13, which sucks.
Nope.
No, he did not last.
Here's a hint.
Dang it! Now people are doing. Hey, Omar, what's up, Joe? You say his name.
Joachim.
Okay, there we go.
Just want to say Happy New Year to you both. How are you doing? I'm so glad that that you joined and said hi. And
yeah, he was retired.
Let us know what you're. Tell me what you're up to.
He is working on making videos for a living.
Oh yeah, on what? On comics?
Setting up his own, like, to film for people, kind of like what Ryan does here in America.
Happy New Year!
I don't get this stupid thing.
Wait, why did you move it?
You got it you got the box set with the overtime money. Good for you, man. It looks like a beautiful...
regrets.
Good for you. That's the way to live life. No regrets.
Rugrats. Do you know why Thor Heroes Return Omni 1 is still available, but Omni 2 isn't? It's so weird. The earlier volume is still in print and available on Amazon.
Probably because every volume 2 doesn't have as big a print run as a volume 1. And that's the case in everything.
I have a great Alan Moore collection. Do you think that the Captain Britain Omnibus is a good addition?
Yes. That and Miracle Man, if you've not read Miracle Man. World's Finest series. Oh, I think it comes out in trade. Won't DC have to investigate all of Joel Jones' artwork due to plagiarized interior art before an Omni can be released? No. And I'll tell you why. No, because there are a lot of writers, or I'm sorry, let me go back. There are a lot of artists that have borrowed from other artists. Some are notorious, and I'm not going to go into names because I'm sure people can Google the art swap. Some are notorious, but there are artists in whose there's a particular Spider-Man collection that I have, and in the forward it was an editor. I was talking about a particular artist, and they all knew that. No, it was Doctor Strange. I'm sorry. They all knew that he was a swiper, that he would swipe art from other creators, but they knew he was fast. So it didn't matter. They needed to get the books out. So I don't think, I mean, that's just a small case. And honestly, I have no idea what it's like being an artist and, crunch time and deadlines. So I don't know. But I seriously doubt there'll be an investigation for anything like that, because there are a bunch of other artists whose work, hell, I can pull out 3 Wolverine collections and show you the exact same Jim Lee picture by 3 other artists. And those are collected. So and they don't even bother changing the costume or anything. So it happens a lot. So I don't think they will ever do anything like that unless there's some kind of lawsuit. I don't. Yeah.
What's the price difference between Wonder Woman by George Perez, Absolute, and the Omni? Because this person's asking like which one to get. Of course, that was my favorite read, and it was the Absolute.
The Absolute is $125. So the Omnibus is $100, but it collects more.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the artwork isn't as big as an Absolute.
Yeah. So good answer. Good answer. That's what you can ponder. I'm just going to sit here and go. What do you think about the Deadpool Samurai mangas?
Fun. Yeah, they're just fun.
I didn't know they existed.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a tease in the Black and White and Blood. If Oda can put out a weekly One Piece, then no one has any excuse. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point. But
he also has a team.
Yeah, and they work themselves so hard.
Yeah,
it's not healthy.
Let's not compare the health of a mangaka to one of artists that live here. I mean, if you look at Rumiko Takahashi's schedule, it's insane.
But yeah, they don't have lives.
I mean, let's just call it what it was. I mean, that's what happened with Miura. He worked himself to death, and it sucks. Like, I would rather have waited.
Scientific connection, but yeah, like that has that's detrimental to your health.
Right. I would have rather waited 20 more years to get the true ending of Berserk instead of losing him at such a young age.
Some planned date for the Omnibus Flash by Mark Waid, Volume 2?
No, not even on the catalog. Not yet.
Tapsy Logic. Is it Asmer?
Are you saying what?
I can't remember what it stands for. Automatic sensory response, melody response.
That's it.
Okay, solving riddles. Don't get both of them. Oh my goodness. Oh, because the Omni's got more issues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Riverman 30 really wants to know, should I buy the second Omni to Batman New 52?
Yes, if you enjoy the first one, absolutely. It's not as good as the first one. Oh no, you didn't bring the stream down.
No, we were.
You brought up a really good point that there are some creators that can do it. I mean, look at Mark Bagley. Mark Bagley's.
I love Mark Bagley.
Notorious for being the creator in American comics that would rather skip conventions and actually work on monthly issues. Ron Lim's the same way. I remember Ron Lim drawing 4 issues a month. Now that was, of course, in his 20s, but yeah, it's actually a ton of scientific evidence for long-term stress on the body and increased trauma. Oh, I'm sure there is. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, because I said there's not a scientific connection. I think I meant, yeah, I completely agree, and also it's science. But what I guess I meant, like, it wasn't like was there a press statement that there was a direct correlation? I don't know what I meant.
Correlation, Starscream. Oh, coronation. Sorry. Good morning, Edwin. How are you, sir?
Brett, I'm sharing the love. I'm just trying to get lots of people's comments. Like, I'm gonna say New Boy. How should I start my journey with Batman comics? He did a video where to start reading Batman.
I did, yeah.
So
Year
you
one.
can, you can
Year one.
oh, okay. Yeah.
But that's the best place.
Did any cross-gen books get an ending, or will the Omnis have unfinished stories?
I think some of them had enough closure because they were given enough of a heads up, and then others, no, they didn't. I'm trying to think of some that did. Maybe I think Sojourn kind of had a closure, but it could have used more. Scion did not. Scion could have gone a lot longer. I noticed that you don't often recommend European comics besides the major titles, Mobius. Would you be interested in a few recommendations? Yes, if you're wanting to recommend them to me, absolutely. I actually have a video I've been working on for the last 2 years of my favorite European comics.
You've been working on it for the past 2 years.
Well, it's and that's no joke. It's just that I haven't had the time. This is a really good question, but here in a second.
Sam?
The bill, but that's okay. We'll do it.
Said...
Omar should do a video on worth it's based on, or should I buy this question? I did do one video 3 years ago. Should I upgrade to the Death and Return of Superman? It was a video mainly for me because I was trying to talk myself out of buying the latest reprint because it had so I guess it was 4 years ago when I made this video. And it was because it had the fold out pages. And I said, at the end of the video, I said, no, I'm not going to buy it. It's not worth it for the fold out pages. I'm just going to keep my copy. Then I ended up buying it because I am an idiot. So maybe I should do that. There was a really good question.
Bill, go down.
From Bill, but let me look at this one. Good morning from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Looking forward to seeing both next year. And thanks for mentioning the other comics YouTube channels. You are so welcome, my dude.
He had a lot of fun doing that.
All right, so here.
He laid on my mom's guest bedroom bed, working on it.
I worked on it the whole time, like 3 hours there in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, why I wanted to bring this question up because this is something that I've mentioned before, but just in case you're new to the channel, in case you're new to buying books, will Cloak and Dagger Omnibus Volume 1 be reprinted? I'm sure it will, but much like
I'm just
I know. Just give me a second because I need to focus on how to word this. Okay. Much like Power Pack, or much like books like 1961, 1962, that people are like, why are they print, or Knights of Pendragon? Why are they printing this? This is going to be liquidated. Anytime you see comments like that, it gives you an idea of where these things might go. And some of these books will never see the light of liquidation, and some of them will. Who's to say? I don't know. But I can guarantee you one thing. Books like that don't sell well have a harder time getting reprint. That's why it took them so long to do something like sure, baby, Ultimate Spider-Man 1 or Wolverine Volume 1. Because at one time, those books did not do well. And it took them a long 10 years to reprint Volume 1 of Wolverine. Just about 2000. When was it? 2010? Yeah. So when you want something like that that's obscure, I always tell people, get it while you can. Because once it goes out of print, who knows when it will ever come back to print. And I'm sure it will. But not before Uncanny X-Men 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not before Fantastic Four. Those books will have a priority over that. And maybe sometime if there's a Cloak and Dagger movie or whatever, they may. I don't know. But I always tell people, if you want something like that, Knights of Pendragon is another example that I saw not a lot of people thrilled for here in America, but overseas they were really excited for.
Where's the Spider-Man versus Venom?
Right behind you, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Is that why you got up?
Yes. I thought it was still upstairs. I'll open it up.
But that's why I wanted to point your question out, because that is a good question that I'm asked often. And if you're a new collector and you would and you have any interest in things like Power Pack or Cloak and Dagger, then I suggest at least getting those before getting something that will be in print for a while, which is mainly Batman and Superman and X-Men. What's going on, BJ Kick? Thank you for the super chat. Heads up, I'm renaming my channel. Starting tomorrow will be called Comics Are Dope. I appreciate you guys so much. All right.
Oh,
there you go, everybody.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, my brother.
There you go. You could do this all day, BJ, because he is a prolific creator.
If you're
Could do it all the time.
women, no, it's just one woman. I guess all women have left the chat. Yeah, once you leave, so that is a pretty strong statement.
Yeah, BJ, thank you for the super chat.
And
for
BJ
letting
Kicks
us
is now
know
going as comics are dope.
.com.
Nope, there's no .com. Why would
And
you
Jack
have that?
Berry, thank you for the super chat. Here, you go ahead and read it, baby.
Will the complete collections of Mark Waid's Thor or Black Widow be reprinted? They were pretty good. They were excellent. Mark Waid's Thor. Wait. Mark Waid's. Thank you for the super chat. Mark Waid's Thor. I'm trying to think of when he wrote Thor. No, he did. You mean his Black Widow? Yes, that I'm sure will come back to print. That's one of those that deserves an oversized hardcover treatment, though. I'm trying to think what you meant by Mark Waid's run on Hulk, baby. His run on Hulk. Said because oh my gosh, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm drawing a blank. I don't think he had a run on Thor. Okay, but let me know what you meant. Daredevil? Is that what you meant? I'm sure.
And you didn't read the last part.
Oh, Viva Peru Carajo!
Oh, I was going to.
I got you.
Excited about the refocused direction, though. For a minute, I was lost in a sea of unboxings. Yeah. And Colossus Comics, here, you open this. Thank you for the super chat. Will X-Men Volume 1 by Jim Lee be reprinted?
Keep it right there.
Okie dokie. Well,
because that's another book right there that when it was reprinted, some people found it at Ollie's. So then people were having like this book didn't sell well, it went out of print, or it's liquidated. So because it was liquidated, it means that they will have a harder time coming back to print. I'm so sorry you missed it, because it just came back to print. That's one of the books that we voted for 2-3 years ago. I'm sure it will come back to print. It'll be a matter of time.
Let's see. We got a couple more super chats, except
alcohol-free New Year's Eve since the late 80s. Dude, take care, man. Stay safe. And everybody that's watching, stay safe. Boy, this has that strong IMAX smell.
Hey, Bar, you can answer Mike's question about have you read the new Poison Ivy? I'm sure you have. And Mr. Tex has a good question, but Mega Stripster, thank you for the super chat. And seriously, you are awesome. So you get Batgirl standing as a hero. Yeah, congratulations. Everybody put like emojis in the chat that's like celebratory. And
you're like a teacher doing this. Did somebody want to see what's underneath it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's this image from what is this? Amazing Spider-Man 375, right? It's 375, isn't it?
You're the one that's good with numbers.
You're the one that's good with numbers.
I said I don't like this cover, and you got it because you have the other one. Mm-hmm. But I don't like how Spider-Man's it's Spider-Man versus Venom. Venom's fighting Carnage, and Spider-Man's just like a sticker like stuck in the side.
So this is probably one that
Venom is covered, and
we'll be giving away in some kind of future giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, drum roll please. The winner of the Predator Omnibus was Matt G. So
when was this?
Oh yeah, surprise him. I gave away the extra Predator Omnibus they sent me.
No, like, was it when I was drawing my
You
hair?
don't watch all my videos, woman.
No.
No, it was my Predator overview. I said I'm going to give
congratulations. Thank you. I just was wondering when this happened.
Oh, look at that. Oh, is that the Repulsive Blast?
So John is asking how about where to start reading Iron Man.
That's a good one. I like that idea. Thank you for that.
And congratulations, Matt G.
Now I'm all about Mark Waid writing Thor, though. I can't get that out of my head. That's a cool idea. No news on Once and Future second volume yet, the slipcase edition. Oh, that's a hold on one second. That is an excellent question too. But I'm sure that will come. The trade paperbacks haven't gotten to that point where they have enough material yet. What does liquidation mean? Thank you. What a good question. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I don't explain everything. Liquidation means when Marvel, DC, or any big publishers decides we got to get rid of this stuff, new books are coming, old stock is taking up a bunch of room at the distribution centers, mark it down. So they decide at a loss most of the time to have a sell, whether a book is $10 costing the retailers or whatever. That's up to the publishers and the distribution center, meaning that they want to go ahead, liquidate it, bottom price, and get rid of it. And that's when a lot of people start buying up the stuff. It used to be really easy when it was just one distributor because a lot of retailers could see the number. So Diamond had a thing where you can see how many copies of Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2 were left. There were like 100 copies. And if you're a retailer and you know that's being liquidated, you can use that. You can be like, oh, there's only 100 copies of that? And then it's gone? I'm going to buy them all. You keep them, and charge whatever you want for them. And you're the only one that has them. And that's the way that it works. But so liquidations, that's what it means. It's a closeout price. I'm sorry. Closeout prices are something else. Closeout prices means that they're done with this particular line, which makes me a little bit worried because that's what a lot of the DC stuff has been lately, a bunch of closeout prices. And I don't want them to get rid of this omnibus format. So
we've got a few super chats.
Okay, I hope that answers your question. I hope I was able to explain that. And if in case
Jack Ferry meant Hulk.
Hulk, yeah, that will come back.
How they look alike is what he said.
Yeah, I can see that. Mark Waid and Thor, or Mark Waid and Thor Hulk.
I started this a while ago because this is Josh's first time being in the chat.
Hey,
Recently
man.
discovered, and I love you all. You are either helping me narrow my search or helping me feed my addiction. Anyway, I love Hickman and wanted his FF run reprint of Omnis.
Yes, Volume 1 is coming back to print. You can still find Volume 2 most places. So his Fantastic Four will be back to print early next. Oh my goodness. Early next year. I keep forgetting 2023 is like
tomorrow. You'll say this year.
Yeah, this year. So thanks for being here, man.
Thank you for the super chat. And you get a Spidey. Thoughts on the big Marvel Taschen releases?
Mm-hmm.
Taschen, right?
They're the big books. They're beautiful. I like the production quality of them. They're just they're pretty pricey. And I'd rather have more content. What are you doing? I'm having a serious answer here. I'd rather have more content than have a presentation like that. But like I said, they're beautiful books. And I know they're going to go through a few of them too. Udon.
Thank you again for the super chat.
Thank you, sir. Udon, Marvel needs to reprint Marvel versus Capcom. Article from 2012 is a hardcover like Udon's been doing.
I got to show the Iron Man again.
I need to talk to my contact. She is, oh my goodness, I haven't talked to her in forever.
Because you didn't wish her happy birthday and now she's ghosting you. You're such a jerk.
Okay.
I use the term ghosting
what
correctly.
Does that sound?
It's like water running in a pipe.
No, I've never heard that. And I'm here all the time. That's what I'm like, what is that?
Well, it's stopping.
Seriously. That's weird.
Okay. Now that we spent 5 minutes listening to the sound.
Asthma, right? Is that what it's called?
That wasn't
okay.
Good. Okay, so
I
don't know the answer?
I will ask my contact over at Udon. She would be the one to know. Time like these, we wish we still had Marvel Year in Review from back in the 90s. Don't you think the humor ads don't you think with the humor ads there too? I remember those books.
Oh, that was for Christmas.
Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, I do
Marvel.
remember those books. Those were really fun. I know they stopped doing a lot of those things because, well, obviously sells, but then we have the internet that does the year in review kind of thing. Omar's minty sense is tingling. Yes. What does that stand for? I never think it's the right thing.
Tell me what it stands for.
After the OPB incident, water running in a pipe is like portent of doom. Well, yeah, because I live in Kentucky where we have basements, so there's always fears of like flooding and things like that. But I try to keep things up high. Yeah, so OPB, in case you don't know, Organic Press Books, they had a flood, a pipe burst because of the cold weather.
Oh, so like
that's why it doesn't matter where you live. Always keep that water dripping. I don't care. Remember when I made that statement last week? Mm-hmm. I was like, I think it might be because I'm from a third world country that we always leave the water dripping when it's a really cold night. It's in Texas. They're in Texas. So, I mean, luckily there's insurance for those kind of things, and books can be replaced, but nobody wants to see that. Wake up one day and seeing, this is what you do for a living, and your stuff is just a scary sight.
Let's see. There's a
yes
adaptation coming out.
I'm excited about that one. That one looks awesome.
Autonomous. Well, I knew it wasn't
Sensory
automatic.
Meridian. That was a good cross-gen title. You guys are making me think I should get these Lucifer Omnis that have big price drops. If you can find them, yeah. Because again, it's just one of those things that once they're gone, it might be a long time.
Do you donate plasma?
Sorry, so late from plasma, by the way. Maybe.
Well, regardless, good for you.
Well, maybe he needs it. So yeah, let us know, buddy. Hello there, greetings from the Netherlands, and greetings to you. Merry New Year.
Eddie Murphy, Train Places.
I don't remember.
I don't remember how he says it.
Merry New Year. All I remember from Trading Places is that it belongs in the what is, oh my gosh, that universe with Dan Aykroyd.
Tommyverse?
Good morning, because it's always in, no, not the Tommyverse. It's also in the Welcome to America. Welcome to America, right? With Eddie Murphy?
Sounds right.
So welcome to, oh my gosh, my brain. Maybe I'm still tripping over Mark
I
Waid
think
writing
X-Men
Thor.
is a good jumping on point.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I didn't particularly like it. Maybe I could give another chance. Spar, thank you for the super sticker.
Soft cover Omar. I love that you had to write it out. Thanks for that. Thank you for that. Are there any books you're looking forward to and reading in 2023? Ones that you haven't read yet? Yeah, there's a lot. I want to finish out Sanford Green's. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Bitter Root. It's coming out in hardcover format. So I definitely want to check that one out, because I only read the first 2 trades. It's a great series. Coming to America. Why did I say Welcome to America?
Is that a question mark?
Oh my gosh. My brain, man.
They're like dead.
Y'all can see that this week has been killer on me. Thoughts on Final Crisis Omnibus? Sure, yes. Do it.
Oh, dude.
It takes a couple of read-throughs. Seriously.
Yes, we've got the Pantone. Oh, wait, Sean, sorry. Where is it?
Coming out in hardcover. Yes, sir. It's coming out in hardcover next year.
Yes, Pantone is in the pantry, but I think it's fruit. Is it chocolate or is it fruit?
I think it's fruit.
I love Pantone. I could sit and eat the whole thing, which would be really bad.
Enjoy your day. Hi, you all. Saludos from Juarez, Mexico. I really enjoy your show. It gives me a lot of options to read stuff I forgot about. You're welcome, Victor. Muchas gracias, hermano.
Oh, Bars asked me too.
Oh, yeah, Melanie. What do you got?
What was the question?
What's your
I was trying to find Harley.
Dude, I think we're drained. We're drained.
No,
what is your most wanted, like, you're reading?
For your most wanted reading?
Like what you're looking forward to reading in 2023.
Oh, man, there's so many things that I forget to read or don't have time. Like, I mean, not that it's coming out in 2023, but I'd love to read the Akira manga because I really, really like the movie. I tell you what, I won't be finishing is Blade of the Immortal. And
what is wrong with you?
Erg.
I hope y'all like Asmer. That's what you're getting today. There's a lot of herbs. Is that a pipe? All right. Hey guys, I'm new to the channel. Bailey, thank you so much for the super chat and for being here. I've just started collecting. Omar, when did you first start collecting comic books? I started with single issues and floppies when I was a kid, and I collected when I moved to America. But before that, I was collecting in Peru, like getting the Uncanny X-Men issues, even before learning a lot of English. So for me, I guess the journey kind of started in 1984. 5 or 6 years old, 1983, 1984, because 83 is when I had my appendicitis thing. And 84 is when I started really getting into comics. By the time I came here, and then I kind of gave up on single issues around 1996, because I think I was just done, needed a break from comics. And then I jumped back in 2002. A friend of mine was like, "You got to read Grant Morrison's run." I started reading those single issues, and then in 2003, I decided I'm just gonna get these trade paperbacks because I started noticing a trend that they were getting easier to find, and 6 issues would be immediately collected into one trade paperback or a hardcover. So 1984, and then the rebirth era for me of collected editions was 2003. If that answers
you
your
quit
question.
reading in high school, and Nightwing brought you back.
Yep, Nightwing and New X-Men and Astonishing kept me. Astonishing was the series that kept me.
Really?
Mhm.
My name's Astonishing.
Okay, you win. You kept me.
Oh,
Give yourself a super sticker.
give me a best.
Do not take my best.
I'm not.
This is
I'm
the
not
only thing my
taking it.
daughter.
I was looking at how it's wording. Give me a button that says like this.
I'm 20 in 2023. I've decided to drop single issues. It feels weird and kind of sad, but ultimately is best for my wallet. And I'd rather have those thicker than the sticker omnis anyway. I hear you. Yeah, and that's the way that I was. I hated the idea of going away from singles, but what was the point if I enjoyed the way these looked? Believe it or not, these were one time in one bookshelf, and I liked. Remember those in my little room? It was a small bookshelf, and I had them in even back then I was doing things in chronological order. I'm like, okay, this obviously takes place before this.
Your little room.
In the room.
What became my craft room? In the office. Yes. What
yeah,
was
there was
Lydia's?
like two bookshelves. All we had. So actually, Omar, it's coming. Not welcome to me. Okay, you know what, Lionheart? I love the fact that you super chatted me to actually me. So anytime you feel like correcting me and actually me, you're more than welcome to super chat me.
You get out. He gives his approval.
Get out.
Ding.
And at this moment, I just want to remind everybody to smash that like button, please, if you're enjoying this video and if you're getting your answers.
Somebody
Hopefully.
did say thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, Lionheart, you moved it. You changed it to Morgan. Cool. Did you show off
No.
your present?
No. So this means a lot to me, but really quick, dude, I hope that you got the Astonishing X-Men book already. I don't know how the Postal Service is working over there, but you were one of our winners, so I just want to make sure that I got there. This is a gift from my buddy Ben. Now, I give Ben a lot of toys over the years. A lot of my toys, including one that Jason David Frank had never seen before, and he wanted to buy it from him, and Ben was like, I love you, man, but I can't do that. He was like, I'll give you $100 for it, because it was the 2-pack of Green Ranger and White Ranger with a flip head. And he never, with the coin in the middle. He never seen that. Jason David
I actually
Frank.
remember that.
Remember, I had it hanging up.
Yes, that's why I remember it.
I wasn't even a Power Rangers guy, but I found it
you keep saying that, but you've got every single Megazord. But anyway.
You gonna call me out again on
no,
live television?
No, because somebody.
So this means a lot. This is a signed Jason David Frank figure of the White Ranger, because that was his hero, and this was a gift to me from him, because he knows that I never got anything signed by him. So that was really sweet. It means a lot because I know how much it means to him, and to give me something like this is huge, because he only has like 6 pieces that are signed by Jason David Frank, including that big giant helmet, the Red Ranger helmet that he's got signed by like 45 Red Rangers,
45 Red
including
Rangers.
one that's serving prison time, I think.
And the DVDs are in it, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the DVDs.
Here, put it back on the shelf.
Oh yes, boss.
Thank you. And I see a super chat from Supreme Omega, but first let's do the jingle.
I did.
And
it was Matt G that ended up winning the Predator Omnibus.
So again, this comment says, did we already do the Predator Omnibus giveaway?
Yes,
so
sir.
Matt G won.
Yeah. And from time to time I'll give away things.
Matt G, are you here? I didn't see Matt G being excited.
1 hour. Time for the sponsor. Get ready, Melanie, for the jingle.
You didn't make it to the mail, did you?
No.
I didn't either.
I didn't. So really quickly, this video.
So if you send something to our PO box,
okay.
Sorry. We will get to it. Apologies, just with the holidays and traveling. It's honestly just slipped our minds because we don't live where our PO box is anymore.
Alicia and Lydia and I went to a video game party that my buddy Rob was throwing, and I thought about stopping at 1 o'clock in the morning because I kept my kids out late that night. It was a lot of fun though. All right. This segment of the video is brought to you by Walt's Comic Book Shop. So if you live in Europe and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis or just big books, then check out Walt's Comic Shop based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC.
What's the flat
big books.
shipping rate?
12 euros.
For all EU countries?
Yes.
Is it bulletproof packaging?
I'm not testing that theory, but it's apparently.
How long does it take to answer emails?
24 hours.
What if you type in near mint condition at checkout? What will you get?
If you type it in all one word, you get free shipping on your first
EU
order
countries.
of, yes, for all EU countries, on your first order of 40 euros or more.
All right. Now this, I was genuinely singing yesterday to Alicia.
You were singing Walt's Comics? Yes. He would be so proud of you.
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding.
There you go. Melanie, did you buy Omar a comic book for Christmas? Oh, sorry, there's a couple super chats.
No. I bought him one of those metal plates, display.
Where's that gonna go? Next to Psylocke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of guts, and he's like standing. It's on top of the Skull Knight skull. Oh, we need to show that you could email Omar at nearmintcon@gmail.com.
Yes.
Any artwork this week to show off?
No, I have slipcases, which we'll do next week.
And this is the P.O. Box address, 1678 Versailles, Kentucky, 40383.
Yes. Maybe not for much longer, but maybe for at least 6 more months.
So, Supreme Omega, thank you for the super chat.
On X-Men, thoughts on Scott Lobdell? I'm mixed because I feel his strengths were in the quiet character issues, and I like how he develops Jubilee and Xavier. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. I preferred Fabian Nicieza over the what's it called, the those issues of by Scott Lobdell, mainly because I thought Fabian had a better understanding of the characters. His dialogue was better. Now, I will say Scott Lobdell wrote some really powerful issues, though. And we got Generation X because of that. Song's End is a beautiful story. Issue 303 is a beautiful story. Without going into spoilers. But, you know, there were things I did not appreciate that he did. But then there were things that I'm glad that he did. Like, he played the long game, kind of like Chris Claremont, borrowing from the Chris Claremont How to Write a Comic Bible by setting up things about 2 years before the actual event. Like Phalanx Covenant was immediately after Executioner's Song, he was planning that. Dude, you're a Kentucky. Yes, you are. That's Mr. Body Massage. I remember that name. Kentucky represent, baby.
I started what you pointed at. Matt, thank you for the super chat.
Oh, how's it going, Matt? Hey, Omni, heading out to the gym for the last workout of 2022. Do you ever worry about the ramifications on the industry overall giving up on singles? Yeah, I do, because I don't want that to happen. Because without singles, we don't have collected editions. And the thing is like, okay, what if we go to digitals? What happens to comic book stores? A lot of comic book stores rely to keep the lights on and paying people on what new products are coming out. Based on, variant covers and things like that. Because a comic book store cannot compete with online prices. Let's just, face it. The reason that a lot of you all, most of you all, go to comic book stores is because you love that place. You love hanging out there and you buy from them. At most, they can give you 10%, depending on how much they order on big books. Most of you order online. So I think it's difficult for comic book stores as is. And on top of that, you take away their singles and that's it. I mean, that is the end of part of this American pop culture that we know as comic book stores. Only a few huge stores would, survive. But you would have to have a lot of money and a lot of backing to do that. So I don't want singles to go away. And the other reason is because writers and artists don't make that much money off of digital releases. They make a fraction of what they make on physical releases. Thank you, Mr. Galaxy.
Bailey was asking, so let's answer if it hasn't been, if you're considering making a membership program.
We have a Patreon, and the reason I haven't done a membership program on YouTube, is because I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Like if something happens to, I've talked about it on the channel before, like YouTube revenue is down a lot by like 35%, not just for me, all YouTube content creators. That's why a lot of them are like, they're not jumping ship to another platform, but they are doing a lot more exclusive things on their own platform. And I mean, you can't blame them if this is how they make a living. I've seen a lot of movie reviewers do that. Just leave, YouTube or make exclusive content for Patreon. And so that's one of the reasons why. And it's something that I need to look into. I haven't had a chance, but thank you for reminding me, honestly, for reminding me of that too.
Let's see. So we got a couple of super chats. These are things that have started ahead of time. Because Josh needs your help. Got an Amazon gift card. Cookie Catwoman Omnibus or Duck Comics.
Cookie Darwin Cook's Catwoman, dude. It's so good.
Oh,
and it's Ed Brubaker and Darwin Cook. But yes, get that.
Okay.
And you know how much I love Duck Comics.
Something. My New Year's resolution is to see people more. Like my sister, see once every 3 or 4 months, make that a point, see my aunt, or, friends that I used to work with and stuff like that.
It's a good New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is take better care of myself. I put a lot of myself into this channel this past couple of years, and not that I'm going to stop, but I also need to take time for myself, whether that's just, going out with some friends, because my friends got together on our once a year trip, and it made me realize, man, I missed out on that because going back to the whole, we're down 35% revenue from what we were last year. That's not good. I mean, that affects a lot of things. So I had to double up. So a lot of you noticed that I had to double up on videos, or sometimes, put 3 videos out. Sometimes it's time constraints. Like I have to get videos out. Make sure that they're out because publishers sent me the books. And then sometimes it's like, I need another video out because I have to balance out what we didn't make this month. But yeah, take a little more time for myself. Otherwise, it's not good for my mental health. Like, I think I've realized that being burned out. And I mean, again, it's a blessing to be doing this for a living. But I also realized that I have to take a step back and take some time for myself.
So Lionheart, thank you for the super chat.
Lord Raptor. You know who Lord Raptor is?
No, which one? Oh,
he's the zombie.
Okay, gotcha.
And Morgan and my main. Dude, I destroy you with Morgan. Melly don't care.
I know this isn't the right game.
That is not even the right game.
I just said I know.
It's the same company though, Capcom. Morgan's my main. Morgan and Donovan and Night Stalkers or Night Warriors. Happy New Year's, Omar and Melanie. Thanks for keeping us informed. Have you read Crepax? No, I want to. And a top 10 manga in the works. JDF signed is nice. Thank you, my brother. I did a top 20 manga, but this year I'm doing a top 10 manga that I want to see released in deluxe edition. That is something that I do want to do too, is bring back a lot of the manga videos. I think, a certain publisher really broke my heart the way they handled the whole copyright strike. And it kind of moved me away from doing the manga content. But I know a lot of my viewers really enjoyed the manga content and loved, when I would do overviews of books and box sets and things like that. So I probably want to bring some of that stuff back. DC series is wrapping up in February 2023. I find this series phenomenal. I agree. I really like it. I hope I can see an absolute edition. I think an omnibus will come of that.
What are your likes and dislikes of the series?
Some of the art changes, but the series overall was a lot of fun. It's ridiculous.
Hey, JT.
What's going on, my brother?
And
I'll never forget the day my dude prayed that he won those 2 books and he got them. Odds of that happening are insane. Like, I loved it.
And of course we would recognize you, Bar. You should, if you want to, go ahead and change.
You change whatever you want to. We appreciate all you do, Omar. Don't get burnt out, brother. Balance is needed with friends and family as well. Absolutely. Yeah. I had to learn that because as my friends are out drinking and having fun, I was editing and I'm like, what am I doing with myself? Like, this is what I love doing, but I need to take a break. Omar, when is it Lionheart calling me out again in front of my lady on my channel? You come to my channel and challenge me. 10 months since I started doing content for my own YouTube channel, and I agree, making content timely and interesting is time consuming. It is. It is.
That's why I don't make as many videos anymore.
And you need it. Yeah, you need to take that break.
There's a snow day. There's a snow day.
Hey, happy holidays. Since there are 3 George Perez Wonder Womans, do you think there will ever be more absolutes following? I would love to see Gods and Mortals, honestly.
Thank you for the super chat.
Gods and Mortals, War of the Gods collected in absolute format. That book is beautiful. It's got artwork not in there just by George Perez, because, you know, it's his last hurrah on Wonder Woman, but also Phil Jimenez's art, like early Phil Jimenez's artwork's in there. I love it. Oh, there's Roberto Rodriguez. Omar, when you suiting up? What's on deck next week? I got a clean slate next week. I'm playing it by ear. No, Conan.
Doing it live.
Conan Volume 10, Avengers Volume 1 reprint. And then I think I'm going to do my top 10 Marvel and DC releases. I think that's when I'm going to do it.
While you're answering Project Viking's question.
Project Viking is that question. Nova, Booster Gold, Chrono Stars. You said what?
I said while. I didn't finish my sentence. That's a dependent clause.
Ask the question first.
That's a dependent clause.
Oh my God.
That means that
English
to
is
make
my
a complete
second language.
I need an independent clause after the comma. I want to open up this present from Ray. Omar already opened up his. Let me go get it. But Ray sends us Christmas presents every year, so thank you.
Ray has been
answer the question.
No, I don't want to anymore. I'm done.
Well,
sorry,
Project
Viking.
Yay! This is what I was hoping it was because it felt like magazines. Well, thank you. I love Bleach.
So he's not asking a question. He's making a statement that Ed Brubaker and Mike Carey should team up on Nova and Booster Gold as Chrono Stars, making it like a
think me up a story arc.
Oh, that's a question. I love my wife. Nova and Booster. All right. First of all, if you got a time traveler, then we go back to the simpler days of New Warriors, and we bring in the Sphinx, because you know that's like time travel, alternate realities, and we create a new reality where we see the New Warriors and the Teen Titans team up and become one team. That's what I'm talking about. This is what, yeah, but Ray has been buying gifts for us since we had a podcast in 2005. He never misses a beat, even when we didn't have anything going on. Like, he's such a good guy.
Patty, Rob,
yep,
Tina,
they
Andrew,
got stuff too,
Dan.
and he knows how much I love Peanuts. And he got me a Charlie Brown figure.
Oh my gosh! Look at this guy. It says, "Slice open your wallets for a premium Guts Berserker armor statue."
Take a break and come to Australia. I'll make sure no
Nope.
animals eat you. I appreciate that, my brother.
$1,700.
We have a super sticker from $1,700. Ain't that bad? Compared to, okay. Thank you for the super sticker. Omar, don't be salty. Stop it, Bar.
No, you changed it.
I don't know who that is. That's not Bar,
is
because
that?
Bar doesn't have that picture.
It should be the stoppable bar.
Oh, those simpler times of Avengers 1000 BC or 1 million BC. Are you going to do a review of Books of Magic Volume 3? I'm wondering if it's worth reading. Yes, I will sometime. Probably, maybe this week. I'm going to try to get it in this week.
So I want to give a gift to this person for giving us a super sticker, and Supreme Omega, thank you for another super chat.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, Bat Family.
Yeah, well,
there we go.
You got another Batgirl. I feel like the Bat Family reached their peak in the early aughts in New Gotham era with Nightwing, Oracle, Tim, Robin, Cass, Batgirl, Spoiler, Huntress, and Azrael. Yeah, that's why I think I love No Man's Land so much, because it was that era of the Bat Family taking over. Although, if you read the Rise and Fall of the Batman Omnibus, there's a lot of that there. What's going on, Denise? And there's my buddy Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Hi, I hope all you that you're doing well. I hope that you're enjoying the holidays. Take care no matter what happens. Know that you all matter. What a nice guy. Such a good guy. Omar, what's the best Avengers story between Kang Dynasty and Avengers Forever? What a tough question. Kang Dynasty. That's my favorite Avengers story. I love it. I love it. William Lee, will I be reviewing Power Rangers Necessary Evil Part 2? I just started reading it this last week of December. I started reading it. And I was reading it for fun. So I hope to.
Okay. Can you rank the Hulk runs by Wade, Dugan, and Aaron? Are they good? Thanks.
Yeah, what an odd era of Hulk. It was like, oh, we got a writer. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, we got another writer. This was hot. This one's hot. No, we don't. So this is like right before Al Ewing's. It's after Greg Pak's run. So out of those, I really liked what Mark Waid did. And then Jason Aaron and Jerry Duggan.
Oh, Duggan.
Mm-hmm. That's my order. When is Bendis Guardians of the Galaxy coming out? What's up, man? How are you, Big Stu? I think that's February now. So I'll be doing my overview probably about the week that it comes out. It's usually when I like to do them. Unless there's like 5 books coming out, then I have to scatter them about. Thoughts on Andrew Tate? I don't know who that is, man. Is he a comic writer? I'm sorry. You wrote LOL, so I assume something funny happened. Hey, what's up, Derek? How have you been, man? Wade, Duggan, Aaron. Aaron was truly trash. Yes, but the reason I chose Aaron over Duggan was because of Mark Silvestri's artwork. Happy New Year. After getting the Deluxe Life and Times and Diamond Jubilee collection, would you be getting rid of the corresponding box sets of Uncle Scrooge? I don't have the Carl Barks box sets. I don't get them in box set format. I get them in the individual hardcovers.
You are Wolf. High five.
You know,
I
this
read
man.
Berserk Deluxe. I know.
Okay.
Number 2 this week. I think I'm hooked. Also read the first Black Sat last night. Also.
Oh,
great.
Black Sat is great, dude.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying them.
Thinking of buying my first Omni, I'm conflicted to get either Death and Return of Superman, which is an iconic, or Rise and Fall of Batman. Any thoughts? Maybe any other DC. I like Rise and Fall of the Batman. I thought it was an excellent story. But I think really, man, you can't go wrong with Death and Return. That's an iconic story. What's up, Tommy? That's an iconic story. And you're not going to regret it. There are some really good moments in there. There are some eye-rolling moments, but there are some beautiful moments in there. There's a moment with, what's his name, Bibbo, like praying to God, like asking God, why did he have to kill such a good guy like Superman? Why couldn't he kill a bum like him? Oh, my God. That breaks my heart every time. Like Louise Simonson wrote that issue. And there's a lot of moments like that in there. So you can't go wrong with that. Craig, what's up, my dude? Any Reels Talk episodes coming soon? Yes, starting back this week, I believe on Wednesday.
Are you going to do an overview for Monstrous?
Volume 2. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to. Not knowing who Andrew Tate is the only correct answer. Thank you. I don't internet, so I sometimes don't know a lot of things unless it's affecting my life, right? Quick question. Watchmen Deluxe with a special cover or Absolute? I'm about to get it, but can't decide. Absolute. But because to me, my mentality for Absolutes are if it's one of my favorite stories or if the artwork is one of my favorite artists. Hence why I own Wildcats in Absolute format and why I own things like Transmetropolitan and Preacher. And I love Dave Gibbons and Derek Robertson, but did I need them in Absolute format? Probably not. But yeah, get the Absolute format. It's a beautiful book, man. Any Marvel Omni announcements the first week? I have to get that stuff approved. And would you love to interview Kevin Smith? I would love to interview Kevin Smith. That dude talks more than I do. I would love to talk to him.
That dude talks more than I do.
Lois breaks down when telling Clark. Oh, dude, right? She couldn't. Oh, that breaks my heart too. Lois breaking down when telling Clark's parents all she could do was watch their son die kind of broke me. And when Clark's mama knows how much she's hurting and goes to her instead of like, worried more about her than worrying about herself. Man, that's love. Oh, that's good moments, man. I'm serious. It's overlooked because people are like, oh, it's 90s. It was a gimmicky thing. Sure, but there are beautiful moments in this gimmicky thing. Hi, Omar. Do you think Marvel will reprint the Daredevil by Bendis Volume 2? Any chance of Tomb of Dracula? Tomb of Dracula, I say, has a slim chance. It never makes it in our top 20. Maybe when there's a movie or Blade coming out. As far as Daredevil Volume 2, they just reprinted those a couple of years ago. So they may reprint them again in a couple of more years. Hey, Omar, what are your thoughts on the Darkness comics and games? Possibility of a movie. Good for Mark Silvestri. I like the comics. I thought they were fun. In the same way that I like the, what's it called? Spawn comics. They're fun. Will we be getting a Don Rosa interview? I'm going to be reaching out to comic book creators for sure. This coming early this year.
Aw, thanks for letting us know, New Spooky Channel.
Oh, we hit 78,000. That's awesome.
And then I'll take out.
Oh yeah, I need to do an overview of that book. That book comes out soon, so that overview should be coming out in the next week or so. 7. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, that feeling never goes away. Of reaching a certain milestone, that feeling of we got 100 more subs, like hitting the first 100, the first 500, the first 1,000, the first 5,000. It's just, it never goes away. It's a wonderful feeling. And I don't need a plaque to tell me, to remind me that I have a nice, amazing, growing community. It's a great feeling that to reach a certain milestone.
If it's up to you. Oh, the corner's bent. If it's up to you, all of Jonah Hex Omnibus or Blueberry and hardcover is Blueberry. Right?
Blueberry.
That was right.
And don't get me wrong, I like a lot of Jonah Hex, but Blueberry, man, Mobius's art. Oh my gosh, and a beautiful library editions. Yes. What about owning Absolute Superman for tomorrow and All-Star? I have Absolute Superman for tomorrow because of Jim Lee's art. I don't have All-Star Batman and Robin Absolute, but I'm probably going to get it. It's just ridiculous. Are you talking about the one and only Wildcat? I am talking about Wildcats. What's your top 3 favorite Batman comic books ever? Ozymandias 96. I did a video on top 15, but single issues? I guess there's some good single issues. I guess growing up in the 90s, I can't get away from Breaking Batman's Back. That's a classic one. But some of the Jim Aparo, Norm Brayfogle stuff. Single issues is harder to do, though, because I like story arcs.
How far I can bend my thumb.
Shaman and Venom, the stuff for Grant Morrison. I really appreciate you grabbing that. Can't wait to pick it up. Oh, yes, so this one's coming.
What's Blueberry?
Blueberry is the manliest Western.
The manliest Western.
It's a French comic book translated all over Europe, but never made it out here. We only got like 5 volumes that were translated, but it is a Western set here in the United States about Blueberry as the main character and 3 different times in his life: when he was a young man, when he was in the military, and then when he's an old dude. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the current Amazing Spider-Man run? Up and down for me, but I really dislike Peter working with you-know-who. I agree. Up and down.
The Zeb stuff? I heard a rumor that he was leaving.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Man, I love the first trade. Oh, my gosh.
Well, in the next trade, they're answering what he did.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I kind of thought that they would. Let's see.
You say it's the manliest Western.
It's manliest.
Blueberry.
Shut up.
Blueberry.
Don't judge a man by his name.
Honestly, I just now thought of it. I didn't think of it beforehand.
Do I have Superman for All Seasons Deluxe? No, I don't. I have the trade paperback, and I'll be getting the Absolute. What's your... Oh, you already answered that. The new Wildcat series from DC looks interesting. I'm interested to see it. We only got 1 Grant Morrison issue with Jim Lee's art. I remember that. So I don't get too excited about those. There needs to be a DC Universe Deluxe by Alan Moore. There was a hardcover, but it was standard size. Would you buy Absolute Death of Superman? And how have we not gotten that yet? I did get the deluxe edition. Good to
So
see
would you?
Comic Peeps. Yes, I would.
Okay.
I'm stupid. Drawn by Mobius. Yes, not Morbius. When will we get X-Men by Jerry Duggan hardcover? Good question. I don't know. I don't know when we're going to get those. I hope sometime that gets solicited. Sorry, Omar. Earlier I meant to ask you about Daredevil Brubaker Omnibus Volume 2, the niche. No word on that yet.
Aaron, thank you for the super chat. And
Omar, I've been checking out Messiah Era X comics. Any particular reason why that era of X-Force legacy hasn't been in omnibus format? Did the earlier collections not sell well? I think it's just one of those cases of, oh, we did that. Wow. And they forgot about it. So I'm sure that will come. You know, just sometimes they need a reminder that it's the Avengers 60th anniversary, or that people still care about Iron Man. And I think that works sometimes. Like, they're like, oh, that's right, we can go back and do that. Because it has been available in oversized hardcover format. I mean, all the X-Force, Messiah War, Messiah Complex, Second Coming, X-Necrosha, all that stuff is available in oversized format. So I don't see why. I mean, it would be just... The problem would be how they would map it, though. Because I think you would need issues of X-Force and you would need issues of Cable to have like a whole story. And if you're going to do that, then you might as well collect all of X-Force and all of Cable with the Messiah trilogy. That's the question. How would you map it? Thank you for that question. I want to say thanks again for including all of the smaller creators on your best reads of 2022 video. It was a lot of fun and had some really good recommendations across the board. Thank you for doing it, man.
And Bailey sub.
Look, Bailey just subscribed to your channel. Thank you for joining me on that. It was a lot of fun to put together. How long are after new Marvel Masterworks come out, do new scans end up in Omnis? Looking forward to Saturdays together in 2023. Oh, thank you. It takes some time. I know that because we didn't get like the new Daredevil omnibus that's coming out at the end of the month. That doesn't have the new scans on it, so I think the next time around they'll probably have the new scans. You already messed up. Oh yeah, we did. We already we did. We did Bat by X. That's right. Thank you for that recommendation of that segment. About top 10 compendium, just solicited. Will it include top 10 story from ABC A through Z issues that isn't listed in the description? It has more material than the absolute, so I assume so. Exactly what Omnibuddy said. I'm close to 500 now, thanks to you. Much love. Oh, dude. It was my pleasure. Seriously. Compilation video was great. What a beautiful idea. Thank you. Thank you. What did Bar say?
Calling a character Blueberry, make him the manliest character, is like calling a character Kitty Pryde and making it the straightest character. I never thought of that. Let's see. Any thoughts on Witchblade? You have a nice statue of Witchblade.
It's the anime Witchblade.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, fun. Like Spawn and Darkness. Beautiful artwork by not just Michael Turner, but also you get some early artwork there by Francis Manipul. That's where I remember seeing his art for the first time.
So just in case you don't know what people are referring to, this week Omar put out on the channel an hour and a half video of 34 YouTubers and their favorite reads of the year. So definitely check that out and see, you know, if you like the person's style or whatnot, and you could go sub. And also, finally, the room tour was that before Christmas? Or was it after?
It was before Christmas.
Man, Christmas break, like all
December
runs
really
together.
kicked my butt, man.
So the room tour is out as well. Oh, and as a reminder that live videos don't show up in, like, if you go to our homepage, you have to hit the live tab. They're not going to show up in the row of like recently uploaded videos, which
YouTube
really sucks.
YouTube has this wonderful idea. Hey, let's promote shorts. Because that's what TikTok is. And
so let's take away lives.
And the
like,
youth loves TikTok.
The youth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. What a dumb idea, but whatever. With a new
name is Omar.
Wildcat series. Oh, your name's Omar. Nice name. Cat series coming from DC. Would it be a good time to re-release the older series and new collected editions post Jim Lee run? Who do we need to talk to? We need to talk to who's my contact over there? Clark Bull. Go and tweet Clark Bull to get on the near mint condition train. I don't know what to say. Because there is some good stuff. No, we're not doing that. Please. Forget it. We have Alan Moore, Travis Charis on artwork. There's a lot of good Wildcat stuff. Even like Wildcats 2.0 and 3.0 with Joe Casey and Scott Lobdell. That's stuff that's never been collected properly. Is the writing better in Witchblade than the show? Than Sewn? Than the show, you mean? Jack? Hermano, ¿qué me estás preguntando?
Thanks for your work, guys. How do you schedule reading time? And are we getting an absolute Black Mirror read?
No. Okay, so as far as the Black Mirror that you saw on the thumbnail, that was a video on my tour. I was talking about how I was missing that book. And that night, I saw that somebody had it for sale on one of the groups I was in on Facebook. And I talked to them. And, dude, they were great to work with. Like, they... I think when did that... we got it, like, right before Christmas? I can't remember. But a big shout-out to Justin. He's the one that hooked me up, and you know, we went back and forth on a price, and he settled on a price, and I was like, I'll take it. So no idea if there's going to be a reprint. I hope so one day. Oh, did you mean Spawn? Is it better than the Spawn? But I would say no. I think Spawn's a little bit better.
So Newsfeed channel, I didn't know this. It's impossible to search from oldest to newest now as well. I remember that being an option. To watch OG and MC videos, you need to scroll back through multiple years now. Like, yeah, why get rid of that? That's like I'm trying to think logically why. Because
YouTube has the mentality now that like people like short things.
Like, so like don't even give the option to like scroll back.
I mean, your attention span is in that. Like
people.
That's always been the YouTube rule with the mentality of people have a short attention span. You don't get somebody's attention within the first 15 seconds of your video, you're losing.
But I'm saying it's not promoted. It's not like they're like, hey, look, you've got the function to go from oldest to newest. It's just there. Any news on a Savage Dragon hardcover volume 2?
I hope we get 2 a year, but instead it looks like we're getting 1. So that's all I know so far. But he is committed to doing it all, and they're committed to keep printing them as long as they keep selling them. Let's cover NMC earlier this year. Has it only been this year, man? And you become my favorite channel. I've bought so many books that have filled me with joy when not much else did because of you. I'm grateful. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you all for being here. Seriously. I look forward to these Saturday streams more than any video I do because I get to interact with you all. Yeah. So I got you. Spawn. No, Spawn's a little bit better.
Shorts are more comfortable than pants.
Thank you for that. Logic. Any news on Last Run and TMNT? Other than the announcement that they're going to continue a spin-off series from that, nothing else. Shorts are meant for people with short attention. Oh my gosh.
I like both shorts and lengthy videos. Oh, I just listened to a 3-hour and 12-minute video. Well, I didn't on one setting about Xenogears, and I wish it was 5 hours. If I were to only get one Spider-Man Omni, which should it be? Oh, that's a good question.
Roger Stearns or David McElhaney and Tom
McFarlane.
Oh, man. Those are good.
And Straczynski. I just might go with Stern. Maybe, I think.
It's a good answer.
I mean, I love Venom, but I remember reading that a couple years ago when it was hashtag Spring of Spider-Man with Texas Tyler.
Not even his name. Wow. Omar, did you mention there was a Justice League Dark Omnibus Volume 2 was in the catalog, but the catalog is so jacked up, dude, that it was a soft cover for, what was it, $15 with 1,596 pages. So who knows if the book is real or not. anytime I see that catalog and I see things like that, I think of like Robin by what is his name? Bill Willingham. No, it wasn't announced as an omnibus. X-Men Royal Mail Stamp set. Oh, are you serious? Okay, now I'm not a stamp collector anymore, but I could go down that bumpy road. Do you TikTok for those with short attention span? I don't. I'm actually we're doing TikToks starting with Tina's helping me with the TikTok. So whatever. She's the director and writer.
I can't remember. It takes me forever. She's way. Her name is TikTok Tina. So and
dude, Ray, we were just talking about you. Melanie opened up your gift and I got my stuff here. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm so glad you made it. I didn't know if you still watched live or not, man.
How are you doing? Oh, I couldn't.
As a grumpy millennial in his 30s, I can't stand TikTok.
I like both. I like both genres. Not that I do like watch the comic TikToks only. But with shorts, sometimes I'll click on them and it's yeah, I like both.
My brain doesn't think in like TikTok. My brain doesn't think like that. Obviously, I'm very long-winded and I try to get my point across. Takes me forever. What would you rather see as an omnibus? Darkhawk, Thunderstrike, or Death's Head 1 and 2? Darkhawk. Followed up by Death's Head. Then Thunderstrike. Oh, there's our TikTok. We have TikTok. Brit sent X stamps to Omar. Thank you, Jeff. Feliz Nuevo Año, Bonnet and Melanie, you do that one?
Nope.
I got the first one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey guys, so I know I've missed a lot of streams. It's okay, man. I've just lost interest in comics for a while. It happens, but honestly, Flash has started to interest me. So how does Mark Waid start his run? And is there a second part to that question?
I will look for it.
Okay. It's a little bit of a slow burn. Fastest man alive, slow burn. But it is. It's a little bit of a slow burn. The annual is interesting to read because you get an introduction of a character that comes and plays an important part later on in his run. But by the time you get to, I would say the end of the first third of the book, it gets really good and it picks up from there. It's hard not to make these running jokes when you're talking about the Flash. But without Flash by Mark Waid, there would be no Flash by Jeff Johns. And I love that run. But Mark Waid really just set the bar so high. It was so good and changed so many things. You know, made you care a lot about the character. Put a lot of love and time into it.
Ray is where is it?
I'm fine and have a rare Saturday off. Well, happy New Year's Eve, my dude.
And Adam said just ignore the last. Adam said just ignore the last and.
Oh, okay. Omar, what's upcoming on the bestest channel ever this week? Thank you, my brother. Let's see. Tomorrow's my top 10. Marvel. Not Marvel, I'm sorry. Top 10. No, I snuck one in there. It's top 11 this time around. Recommended buys, must reads for the month of January. And then Monday is the overview of Avengers and Conan Volume 10. Tuesday will be hopefully the trade paperbacks. Trying to get back into the groove of doing those. Yeah, you'll probably see them. Wednesday and Tuesday, I'll probably do the top 10 Marvel Omnis 2022, top 10 DC Omnis of 2022, and then later on I'll do some absolutes perhaps. And then the overview of Sleeper. And I'm going to try to do the Books of Magic sometime this week. But thank you for asking. And then my haul on Sunday. Dang! I did it.
Good job, baby.
Off the top of my head. Hello, Happy New Year. I want to start reading the entire Marvel Universe, which are the 3, hopefully, omnibus to start with. Gracias, hermano. De nada. Fantastic Four, Omnibus Volume 1. You start with that. I'm not even going to consider even going to the Golden Age yet. No. You start with who's at the door? You start with Fantastic Four, Omnibus Volume 1. Somebody needs a signature, my love. Can you get it? And Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1, and I'm talking, of course, the Silver Age, because the Silver Age is what a lot of us consider to be the Marvel Age of comics, and that's the first 2 you need. And then, you know what? to get into the cosmic side of things outside of the Fantastic Four and go into the supernatural spectrum side of things, I would say Doctor Strange. Those are the three that I think would pave the way for what happens next. Because after that, you get you eventually get Hulk and you get Captain America and Thor, the Avengers, X-Men, and that's all she wrote. I hope that helps you out. So, Omar, any Amazon glitches lately? You remember that. I love telling that story, man. The grand Amazon glitch of 2010. I remember Ray was there for that. Hearing me complain to Amazon about, am I going to get my book or not? The Return of You-Know-Who storyline is in that first Flash Omni. Worth the price just, oh, dude. The line that oh my gosh. When he says you could never be blank. Oh, hits me right in the feels, man, every time. Read all 18 volumes of Jujutsu Kaisen and New Mutants Omnibus Volume 2, and I started Kaguya-sama, Love is War. My kids have been wanting to get into Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was waiting for a box set. Sorry for asking this question again. The $25 tier on Patreon, do you usually do the meetings the same time every month? We schedule them ahead of time. We scheduled them. Melanie will send out a message at the end of the month. So like for January, we'll send out a message, usually this week that's coming up, to see when people can meet with my times that I have. I got like what we have available. That's usually the way it works. I bought Uncanny X-Men first omnibus. That's what Erwin was saying.
Go ahead. Do you think it was a good choice?
Yes, I do. Uncanny Omnibus, man, that's the way to go.
Bar was saying earlier that she wished that this was an AMA, Ask Me Anything, so that she can make not safe for work jokes.
What does she want to joke about?
So, just letting you know that on Patreon, the $7.77 tier, you get access to Ask Me Anything once a month. Also book club, and of course that includes the Discord. That's the $5 tier, and voting rights, access to documentation, access to early videos. And Chris is saying, thank you for letting me take part in the YouTube Best Reads. It was such a great video. Got some awesome recommendations to subscribe to new content creators. Thanks again.
Thank you, my brother. Why are they not including Resurrection in the new printing of Marvel's Omnibus? Not enough for a volume 2. Probably two reasons. Number one, it's easier to go and send the printer the same file and go, hey, we already have this file created, print it again. Number two, because there's another new series that's coming out in 2023 that's Marvel Zombies. I assume we're going to see more of those series because of the TV show. Because aren't they doing, yeah, they're doing a Marvel Zombies TV show. So, yeah.
Let's see.
I read Ayako for the first time this week. I was amazed at how good it was. It's a classic read. That one is published by Titan. Omar, who would win a fight? Darkness versus Spawn?
I don't know who Darkness is.
Like fighting at Street Fighter? I'm going to go with Spawn. He's got a cooler cape. On Discord, we also brand a new near mint condition gifts with more to come this year. Thank you so much for that.
Well, I was gone. You professional.
I did not. No, this is not true at all.
John, you would never
John
lie
is
to
out
me.
of his dang mind. The single best thing I have found this year is this channel. Thanks for everything this year, Omar and Melanie, and all the best for the new year to you and yours. Thank you, my dude. Thank you, Gary. Darkness. Oh, now people are like, actually, Darkness will win because he's got guns. The Patreon is awesome. Let's make the first AMA the year epic one. Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. That's usually where we drink.
You got your. Oh, sorry.
3 glasses ready. Melanie, hold up the half comic.
It's upstairs.
In the fire pit where it belongs. Definitely plan on subscribing to the $25 tier. Can't wait for the advice for sure. Oh, thank you. Right now it's sold out, but I was trying to think of ways at the beginning of the year. Actually, that's something we were going to talk about on Sunday after we sober up.
We are?
Yeah. That's a meeting. That's a work meeting.
I don't want to drink that much.
I say that every year. Omar, do you prefer John Constantine or Constantine, depending on where you're from, as his own separate character in Hellblazer or part of the DCU? My Hellblazer is always the Vertigo Hellblazer. There were things they could do there that they could not do in the DCU, and I miss that. The closest thing we've gotten to that is Cy Spurrier's run, some of Justice League Dark, but no. I loved him being in his own universe. It was a lot more fun, and they could get away with so much crap. When will the drawing? We already. Sorry, the automatic number picker already picked somebody. It was Matt G that won. But thank you for asking. And if he does not step up and reply back, then I will do it again for next week. But usually, everyone has claimed their gifts. I think it was one time when we did a giveaway 2 years ago that somebody didn't claim it. And then that one time when 5 people claimed to be that person. That's my favorite one.
I really don't think an Alpha Omni would ever be a thing.
Oh, who knows? We have Muppet babies and Muppets Omnis. Anything is possible.
That's true. Let's see. So Omnibuddy Stoked just dropped my documentary on my local comic shop this morning.
That's
Been
awesome.
working on it since March as a 2022 channel goal. Any NMC goals for 2023? 100K.
Yeah, get DC to listen. That's my goal. Work closer with publishers. Start making more connections. One of the things that I do when I go to conventions is, like, besides doing the footage, is actually make connections and networking with publishers, like introduce myself, because sometimes I work with people that don't have a name with a face, and it was really cool to go there and having a lot of the publishers recognize me and come out. Like, I'll never forget Un running up to me and she's like, "Are you Omar?" And I'm like, "Yes," because we were all wearing masks. I didn't know who she was, and she was like, "I'm Un. I work for Marvel," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So things like that, like the people at Vault Comics recognized me. It was really cool. It's really cool and humbling. So, get DC to listen. I said goals, not miracles. Where do you buy comics?
Where do you buy old comics?
Old comics. Usually shows or third-party places like eBay. Hello, my name is Matt G.
Of course, local comic book stores. We just don't really have any close.
No, we got A+. Big shout out to A+.
I meant like inner town and such. This person's name is Matt G. I'm here to claim my gift.
This is gonna happen. Brian, and so's my wife. Muppets Omni only Curtis has. That's the only omnibus that Curtis owns, is the Muppet Babies or Muppets Omnis. My name is Bort. Do you think there's any chance of Scotty Young Oz Omnibus getting reprinted? No, because I don't think they own the rights to reprint it anymore. Sort of like the Stand and the Dark Tower. That's what it is.
Joshua Matthew Greathouse.
NMC goes for 2023. Get DC Comics to give you a reliable contact. That would be a start. DCEU is a constant state of chaos. It really is. You said something earlier that worried me. You said the comics might be all digital one day. I hope that never happens. No, that's what a lot of people have said. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I think there's always going to be a market for these things. And I've always said that the last remaining thing, because we see that, right? Right now we see that with video games and movies. Heck, Disney doesn't even release any physical movies unless it's a Disney animated show or a Marvel movie. They don't release, like, you'll never see Pollyanna in 4K and things like that, which is sad. Physical media is going away. And the last thing that I think will be physical in our life, and my kids' life, I think will be collected editions and comics. That will be the last form of physical media, and books in general, because I think that's the last true thing that we'll say. Because you still have companies that will make video games. I saw that the sales for video games, the digital sales were
Omni Maddie's fault too. I like your name.
76% more than the sales of physical releases, which sucks. Omar, forgive me if you've covered this. You don't ask for forgiveness, Ray. But have you seen the 100 Bullet Omnis and the Superman, Batman Omnis? I recently reread the case story of by Shane Davis, and it's great. Of the Superman and Batman book. Yeah, dude. The Omnis was the way to go, because I had the absolutes, and I ended up giving those away at one of our giveaways just because those Omnis had more content. It has the entire run. Happy New Year to you, Torsten. I guess it's New Year over there already, is it?
Never mind.
Also, Disney releases, and I'm sorry, Star Wars is also the thing. But they haven't done, like, TV shows, like Marvel TV shows. I don't think they've done, like, Yeah, they haven't done their new shows. Like WandaVision doesn't have a physical release, which is really weird. Agreed, books, magazines, and comics will be the last media to transfer to pure digital content. I don't look forward to that day. It can come long after I'm done. When are the Xenomorphs entering Marvel 616? I hope when they do, they get to fight the Brood. Because that's a fight that I want. I want them to fight the Brood and the X-Men, and I want the Predator to go after the Punisher. Nah, that's awesome.
What do I need to read before reading Spider-Man Miles Morales? I don't think
I mean, nothing really. But if you want to know how he gets there, Ultimate Spider-Man, Omnibus 1, 2, 3, and when it comes out of 4. And then blank. Wait, go down for a second, my love.
I was looking for something.
Oh, well, never mind, because you went way past it. So
I know. Matt was saying that I would like the ideas in
his comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's his ideas?
That's what I was looking for.
Okay. Omar, when will you interview Bendis? I don't know. Anytime he wants to talk, I'm here to talk. Amazing Spider-Man epics have caught up to the Clone and Ben Reilly saga. Do you think they will be reprinted or rebranded? I think those will be rebranded, and then we'll get a modern epic collections of when it gets renumbered to a brand new number 1, the Howard Mackie and John Byrne era.
Matt, if you don't mind, put it again in the chat.
Please. Predator versus Punisher, the story of angry guy who was caught on Chris Hansen's show and is now stalking him for being not that Predator. Is it rapid fire time? It's rapid fire time.
Some of Marvel's shows have been released on Blu-ray, but you have to import them.
Oh, That's what happened. Thanks for another great stream. Love you both and everyone here. Y'all are the greatest community. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, you guys are. I mean, we are, because we're part of the community.
We need a Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. telefilm with David Hasselhoff in 4K Blu-ray. Make it so, Marvel. Chicken or the egg? That is the question, the chicken. Half hour left for New Year's in India. Great live stream, and what a great way to wrap up this year. Thank you, and thank you for watching. What's your opinion on House of M? Let's go to that one. If you're critical of it, what didn't work for you?
I am critical of it. Just Bendis' writing style doesn't appeal to me that much with people talking heads a lot. The art was gorgeous. And I did a review. There's one more thing that I didn't. Oh, and people, the characters weren't really characterized. Right. It could have been anybody saying what was said. And I'm sorry, I can't think of specific examples in a couple of instances. Like, would that character really do that? Just when the characters could be switched out with anybody saying that. But I appreciate, what a huge event it was, and lots of people really like it.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think I've said that on my channel before, and it's not because it was a Bendis thing. It was just because it was 8 issues of something awesome that was supposed to happen that nothing really happened. A lot of it was padded out, and a lot of the ramifications of that series really didn't pan out to anything. With the exception of Layla Miller. And that's because of the phenomenal Peter David.
Yeah, Layla's cool. I like her.
Have you considered opening up more $25?
So this is Matt's idea.
Okay. Matt's asking, have you considered opening up more $25 month Patreons and less videos a month? A little more time to relax, a few more phone combos is less work than filming and editing. Oh gosh, it is a lot less work than filming and editing a video. I mean, that is something I can look forward to, but we have 27 slots already. So time, it's all about time, right? And how much time I can.
So he's
realistically
saying that if you open up more instead and then not make as many videos, like switch out.
No, it's a good idea, and it's something to think about. So thank you for that suggestion, Matt, seriously. And any suggestion that you all have, I always do think it over. Love the live shows. Keep up the awesome chats. Thank you, my dude. MCU, Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury meets a 60 super spy. Dad, Nick Fury, played by Hasselhoff. I think Samuel L. Jackson might be older than David Hasselhoff, isn't he? He's going to buy House of M, but prefer to pre-order Savage Avengers.
I tried reading that.
Yeah, Melanie's just not
digging
digging it.
it.
I'm getting the House of M only just because of the gap.
Conan was cool.
It's beautiful though. Like there's beautiful
cool Wolverine
artwork.
and they're cool Ream moments.
Schnicked or schlicked?
The
Schnicked.
colors were really dark. It was kind of hard for me to understand what was going on. Oh, and Matt said, and I'm not alone. I would sign up today.
Oh, thank you, my brother.
So I'm going to try to convince him.
Omar and Melanie, are you going to do something tonight? Oh yeah, we're hosting a party tonight. That's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
Kicking off the new year with a bunch of friends and loved ones. So,
and I hope to build a fire in the fire pit. I love building fires. I love watching fires.
Okay. I went Punisher and Predator by Miller and Jansen. Same team that did Spawn? Yeah, Spawn and Batman, right? That's an interesting team.
Thank you, Jack. And it's 101, and we got another super chat from Lethal Lucha TV. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year's Eve, and thanks for recommendations. Now you should talk Marvel into doing a Ghost Rider Xavier thing. That was a What If comic. Remember What If Professor Xavier was Ghost Rider and it has him on his wheels on fire? It's amazing. Why is that funny? Dude, you know about the 12 grapes. I love it.
The girls will.
Latinos,
and I was
man.
thinking making nasty corned beef and cabbage and put a penny in it because that was for good luck.
Loved that. Omar, I'm on volume 7 of Vinland Saga. I stopped reading it. I don't know why. Also, New Berserk chapters are pretty solid. Excited to hear your opinion. Cannot wait to get there. I'll wait for volume 42 when Dark Horse decides to do it.
He said what?
I'm serious. Go Google it.
Oh
God, I see Chuck riding a flaming wheelchair. That's exactly what it is. Miller won't do anything new, any justice. That might be true.
People doing the grapes.
Good afternoon, Omni. I'll be sending a Transformers Revolution Deluxe hardcover and a George Perez poster book for giveaway once I get. Thank you, Devon. And you've been well. That's it, everyone. Thank you all so much for being a huge part of this channel. This year, 2022, was amazing because of you all. Could not be here without you all. Check out Cheap Graphic Novels. Tell them the Intermediate Condition sent you their way for free promotional credit on your next order after your free one. Your first order, sorry. I got nothing else to say. That, as they say, is that.
Taters. And as always, stay minty.
Let me show you.